Generational health. Not generational wealth, but generational health. And how are we passing that on? Because I understand that generational health is something nobody talks about. As a matter of fact, I've never heard anybody talk about it. It's generational wealth most of the time that you hear. Got to do this and get some property and be able to leave money and things like that. But really, what good is generational wealth if your children or your benefactors aren't healthy enough to enjoy what you've left behind to them? Think about that one. Generational health. And if you have been following my channel or any of the things that I've been saying for any amount of time, that you will know that I'm always preaching health, total health of mind, body, and soul. So mind, are we allowing children to express themselves? How are we introducing, instead of multiple streams of revenue, multiple streams of expression? And by expression, that means when they're feeling frustrated or going through something. Not generational wealth, but delayed gratification allows that they can take their frustrations out, riding their bike or going to exercise or just taking up a journal and writing their feelings out, clicking on their phone and vlogging. There's so many ways that you can practice delayed gratification so it doesn't manifest into other ways, or being able to sit down and talk with their parents or a trusted adult. Mind, emotional, psychological, that sort of health. Are we giving them the tools for long-term success? Mind, body. How are we feeding them? Because a lot of cultures that I see are still cooking with these lards and greases and oils and things that are not good for us. How and when are we going to start putting more healthy options into certain meals? And I applaud the home cooked meal. It's better than a lot of restaurants and a lot of things that you're going to buy at the store where you're making it out of a box. And I'm guilty of some of that. I'm not a great cook, but we do a lot of fruits and vegetables here. That's my thing, is if I'm going to give a little bit of something out of a box, there's going to be a whole lot of something that came out of the ground off of a vine. That's just kind of how I do it, but I'm trying to work on that, getting better. Are we introducing more physical play rather than sitting in a room playing video games? And that's great. Kids can make a whole lot of money playing video games now. Again, what good is the money if they've wrecked their health by amassing it, by doing something that was completely contrary to what promotes physical health? And the physical exercise will also help the mind, psychological, emotional portion. It's a study. It's shown that exercise does help with those areas. So the physical, what are we feeding? What are we allowing for exercise? Are we exercising with the nutrition aspect? Hydration, water, not just sugary drinks, and rest. Go to bed. Turn that off. And I don't mean turn on something that you can go to sleep to so there's a blue light that keeps your brain active so you're not getting good sleep. Lights out. Get used to these things. Pass these tools on. It's so important. Mind, body, and soul. Soul. And I'm not talking about religion. How are you as a person? What is your spirit? What is your empathy? What is your feeling towards other human beings? And it's no slight towards religion, but we've seen what religion has done over the course of mankind. Wars, the things that have happened to people, and then these religions will protect these people who have perpetrated horrific acts towards a lot of the members of their church. Mind, body, and soul. Generational health. Because again, you can leave a house, you can leave a lot of things, but if this person is so wrecked from the neck up, neck down, and from inside out, that money's not going to do anything for them. Most of the time, they're going to need the money to spend on therapy to help straighten out a lot of problems. They're going to need to spend it on prescriptions and procedures to help straighten out a lot of problems. And I don't even know what money's going to do for a moral bankrupt person. Generational health, not wealth. It's great if you can leave the money, but really take the time to dig in and do the work now. And a lot of us have to work on it on ourselves too, because let's be honest, when we say generational, how many things start with this generation? A lot of it's going to start with this generation, and that what that means is we have to work on ourselves as well. You can't just push your kid into a psychologist's office, or a sports team or a gym or a church or whatever and say, okay, go fix it. You got to work with them. They work best when they see the people that they love and trust are doing it with them. And it can be little things. It doesn't have to be a whole lot. Work on gardening together, painting, start playing an instrument together. My daughter and I would do poetry together and go perform it. There's so many ways that you can connect, that you can help them see a better version of themselves. And the cooking together, all of these things. It doesn't have to be something elaborate. You don't have to go to Mecca. Just go to the kitchen and make salads together and talk. Generational health. I'm going to leave it at that. Hopefully this finds everybody, again, in a good place. You as well. A total health of mind, body, and soul. And as always, if you have a comment, advice, experience, an ace up your sleeve, please leave that. We'll see you guys very soon. Peace, love, unity, solidarity.